Estamos listos.
So the show in the last season has gone international.
Yeah.
It's very good, like a spy thriller, like a Jean Le Carré, Cold War, Russia, Iran, Iraq, ISIS, and stuff. So do you think that that's a mirror of what's happening in the real world?
I think these shows are always a reflection of what's going on in the world. Look, there are a lot of different stories happening in the world at once, right? There are many different angles and points of views, but these are some of the major themes that people in this position, at NCIS deal with. So yeah, that's why I think that helps the show continue, because we really do tap into what's going on international and within the global community, and then we bring that to life and tell those stories through our eyes, and interpret those stories. So yeah, I think that's true. I think it's very true.
Yeah, and also the show has gone international in terms of incorporating different ethnicities and stuff.
Yeah.
But the war has gone to the right, in the States, in Europe, in other countries. So it's like a paradox.
Well, I would say that I wouldn't say that the world is going to the right. I think that the pendulum has swung to the right, and a lot of the people that are in positions of influence and power happen to be on the right side of the spectrum. That's what you're talking about, right? But you know what? The pendulum always swings. I think that, every time it swings one way, the further it swings that way, the further it swings that way, right? And that's just the nature of a pendulum. But eventually, it settles. So I think that all this extreme idea of excluding everybody and, this fear-based kind of decision-making that's going on, I think that ultimately it'll settle down after a while. I just think that it's just a knee-jerk reaction to people are having, there's this survival instinct thing that's kicking in, and you have certain people that are just, for whatever reason, fearful that they're not gonna be here. And they're having this visceral reaction to that idea, so they're going, they're really just going hard because they feel like they're not going to be here. But I think that that'll settle in. I really believe that.
At this point, you know Sam by heart, I guess. Do you keep a diary of his exploits? Do you know him? What's happened to everything in the 10 seasons?
I don't keep a diary, but I know what it's done to his soul. I know what it's done to the character's soul. I know what it's done to his spirit. I think that you can either be bitter or better. And I think that it's made him better. I think that he's a better human being than he was. I think that he's a more committed and dedicated human being. He's having, he's having a fun life. He's having an adventurous life. It's like that old saying, may you live in interesting times. Well, he's living in interesting times, you know what I'm saying? And it's making it better, because pressure can either bust pipes or create diamonds, right? And I think in Sam Hanna's case, it's making a diamond,
What do you envision his ultimate goal will be?
It's an interesting question. I think Sam wants to ultimately leave it all on the table, you know what I'm saying? And just keep doing what he's doing until he can't do it no more. And then just see what's next. I think for a guy like that, I think he's a simpler guy than, let's say, an LL Cool J. I think Sam is a much simpler guy. I think he's an agent, and that's what he does, and that's what he believes in, and he's committed to that until he can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a little different from, I don't know that he's necessarily as big a thinker or, he's thinking so far into the future like myself. I think he's more about the moment, the day, being alive and protecting, doing his job and protecting the people he's here to protect.
So nowadays, society champions youth. So what do you think when some people say you're old school in terms of hip hop, for example?
That's cool. I mean, it's nothing wrong with being timeless and classic. I think that you got to be that. I think that how can you have a real career if you never get to be timeless and classic? What great artist is considered great if they didn't continue on and get to be timeless and classic? I mean, that's part of greatness. So if they didn't call me that, I'd be a little worried. It's like, that's the goal. The goal is to be timeless, to be classic. The goal is to do it so long that you're like the Stones. It's you know, you wear success. Success is a badge of honor. You know, nobody's gonna be 17 and trendy there forever. I mean, that's just not realistic. So I feel great about that. I think that that's a compliment. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of art. I mean, no one goes to see the Mona Lisa because it was painted yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.